A number of witnesses remember the night before Dilawar died.
But just that one night, he got kicked in the leg, maybe like 10 times.
Some of the soldiers said they started using the knee strikes essentially to shut him up because he was yelling and screaming.
The damage that was done from multiple strikes, and a lot of that could have been avoided had you known the person before you had fought with them and used that exact technique.
When they eventually came to take him to an isolation cell, I believe his body had become almost limp. One of the reasons why they began punching him was that they felt that he was putting it on. He was in the airlock, standing there with a hood over his head. He had his hands tied above his head, and he was moaning.
He just started to fight right there in the airlock, and the airlock has a front gate and a back gate, but both the sides are concertina wire. Neither of us officers wanted to get into the concertina wire. So we pulled him out of the airlock and put him on the floor and put him into restraints.
What kind of force did you have to use in order to subdue him?
Physical force. He was struck.
There was like 4 MPs on this guy, and one of the MPs just kept giving him kidney shots. The other 2, they slammed him to the ground, and then the 4th one like jumped on his back. He got a big gash on his nose.
There was no reason to hit him. Let's remember, he's shackled.
Even when the control wasn't an issue, it became, well, I'm just going to do this to get mine in. And that's probably why they got in trouble. Because you really couldn't justify kicking the guy that much if he was just chained up.
Dilawar was taken to an isolation cell where the knee strikes continued. In her statement at trial, the Army coroner said his lower limbs looked like they had been run over by a bus. Had he lived, it would have been necessary to amputate his legs.
Then it kind of raised the question of like, this is what we did to him. It's not just like, this is what I did to him and this is what Kamek did to him or Morton or anybody. It's just, this is what we've done.
It's almost hard to fathom now. You had soldiers like Willie Brandt, who seems like this very gentle, kind of soft-spoken guy, but who testified that he struck Dilawar so many times in the leg that his knee got tired and he had to switch to the other one.
Sometimes I feel that I should have gone with my own morality more than what was common.
One MP testified that the strikes became an amusement, inflicted on Dilawar just to hear him scream Allah.
Some would say, well, hey, you should have stopped this, you should have stopped that. When you saw he was injured or saw he was being kicked on this, why didn't you do something? That'd be a good question. My answer would be, well, it was us against them. I was over there. I didn't want to appear to be going against my fellow soldiers. Which, is that wrong? You could sit here and say that was dead wrong. Go over there and say that.